No one is competing about being friends with Angel. That is between you and Tia. Who gives a damn? And clearly, like Tia said, she made a choice. You were not chosen. Get over it. Next!
But I'll be on it always, always.
Hey queens, welcome back to my Queen Cave. My name is Shelby, queen of the Queen Cave, and in here I drop recaps and reviews of my favorite TV shows and movies, commentary on any topics I find interesting, and deep dives into Black history, Black culture, and any icons that help shape that culture. If that is your vibe, hit the subscribe, you already know the deal. Today we are recapping The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 15, The Rocky Road to Sisterhood. First we start with Angel, Kiana, and Tia from the last episode. They are riding in the car, and Angel is just really annoyed at Monique at the comments that she's been making about her, Bobby, and their marriage, and she does not want her commenting on their marriage because she does not know her like that, which I'm like, I agree in that aspect. Like, Monique does not know Angel from a can of paint, so I'm just like, why are you already trying to come on the scene and assess what you believe is going on in Angel's marriage just because of what you're seeing from a 5-minute conversation, just because she said she has to ask Bobby to, quote, watch the kids. So I understand where Angel's coming from with that. I don't understand why Monique is so invested into this. Over to Stacey and Jazzy's car. Stacey says that using the kids is the easiest cop-out for not wanting to do something. And Jazzy adds to that, which has me surprised. I'm like, girl, weren't you the one that ran and told Angel what was said behind her back, and now you are adding to this conversation? Fake as fuck. But anyway, she thinks that Angel is using Bobby as a cover-up for her just not wanting to come to the sleepover, and she doesn't want to have to be real and say that. And over to Gizelle, Wendy, Ashley, and Monique's car. Monique admits that she is making assumptions on Angel and their marriage, but she wants to make it clear she was not speaking on Angel's marriage, just on Angel. And I'm like, girl, you're speaking on the entire thing. So now you're trying to backtrack a bit. It's not really working out because you really are essentially talking about Angel's marriage. If you're going to be real, you make the example that based off of your own experiences, you can sense that you feel Angel's going through the same things. And then she makes the examples of, you know, when the man is making all the money, he thinks that that's all he has to do, and all the rest of the responsibilities of taking care of the kids and taking care of the house is on the wife. And I feel like Angel could be going through that simply because she used the word Bobby is has to watch the kids, quote. It's like, Monique, I feel like you're digging way too deep into this. Like, you just got back in the group. Settle the fuck down. I don't know why she feels the need to dig so deep into Angel and her marriage, and it seems like she could be going through this. It's like, but you don't know that. You admitted that you are making assumptions. Just sit back, mind your business, and like ease your way back into the group. I don't understand this. You immediately want to like get yourself into some potential drama with someone you don't even know just because they could possibly be going through the same things you went through, even though you can't confirm that. Like, this whole conversation to me is stupid. And this is also when the girls find out that Jazzy ran back to Angel and told her everything that Monique said. So we're going to get some more detail on that when they go on to their brunch later on. The girls are pissed about their lack of accommodations with the house. And on top of that, Angel did not reach out to any of them. Like we said in the last episode, she did not reach out to any of the girls to ask, you know, if they're okay. Is there an update on the water, anything. So they are ready to drill into Angel when they see her. So when the girls do get on the private jet and they see Angel is all smiles, trying to be welcoming. Hey girls, good morning. Get on the plane. We're gonna go have a good time. And Gizelle immediately cuts her off when Angel is trying to apologize. She's like, I want to start off with an apology. Giselle's like, we don't want to hear it. It's too fucking late. And Wendy adds on, telling her, you're real wrong for not reaching out to any of us to see if we're okay, to see if there's an update on the water situation, or to offer to pick us up in an Uber to take us to your house so we can wash our ass, go to the bathroom, use water, have basic accommodations, XYZ. And Gizelle is still drilling into her, still berating her. She is pissed. And I understand. It's like, girl, on one hand, we've already been telling you this entire time we've had this issue since the day prior. You had that entire time that we were at your house to get it fixed, which you say you did. It takes us a whole hour and plus to get back to the rental, and the issue is still proceeding. And then on top of that, we have to deal with that all rest of the night and the next morning. No going to the bathroom? Like, there's no water for the toilets? Are you kidding? Were they supposed to go to the bathroom? We're supposed to go outside and dig a hole or what? Because I'm not seeing where that makes any sense. And then you are not reaching out to the girls, asking them if they're okay, asking them what's going on. Hey girls, I'm sorry this is happening. Let me make sure you immediately have some accommodations right away. X, Y, and Z. You're the fucking host. I don't understand why this is not just basic common sense, but she tries to explain it away, saying that the first thing she did in the morning was trying to rip and run around to get a solution. That's all she was thinking about. It's like, what? How is the well-being of what these girls are going through in terms of how they're doing, how they're feeling, making sure that they know you understand how they're feeling and you actually give a fuck to at least check in with them? Why wouldn't that be on the list of concerns as well? So I don't understand why that was her thought process, but that's what she tries to tell the girls. She says once she was made aware of the issues, she immediately sent an electrician out to look at the issues and the property manager to the rental to also come up with a solution, which I'm like, so they told you the issue was rectified, the girls got back, the issue most definitely wasn't. So it's like, it just seems like there's not enough follow-up going on. It just seems like you're like, all right, they said it was good. It should be good to go. Anyway, like, and on top of that, with you being a whole hour away, this is why the whole setup that you have here of them being a whole hour away and you not wanting to be anywhere around them, this is the reason why that was a dumbass reason. Because now it's like, you're not accessible. You're not easily accessible. You're way out there. They have to wait until somebody drives way out there to see the issue. Gizelle is still going off on her, telling her how much of a whack-ass host she is and how she left them in the trenches. And Angel's like, it was not the trenches. We're not going to go there. And I'm like, I mean, not quality-wise with the house, you know, in terms of, like, how it looks, but there's no running water and there's no way to go to the bathroom, so I guess the quality kind of matches. Anyway, she's over here just trying to bypass it. She's trying to keep apologizing. She's trying to tell them, you know, I did whatever I could to try to fix the situation. And Gizelle doesn't want to hear it once again. The rest of the girls were like, okay, yeah, but we're still going through the problem. You didn't fix it. Next, Gizelle tells her that she already made other accommodations for the girls, so they already have it covered. And then Kiarna, in the confessional, tries to do whatever job she thinks she's doing to try to defend Angel, and she tries to use the examples of the previous cast trips, and she says, well, we've all had issues on previous cast trips. I've had to share a bunk bed with Stacy the last trip, and I didn't have my own bathroom one of the trips. You know, things happen. And I'm like, that's the comparison you're using because you had to share a bunk bed with Stacy and you didn't have your own bathroom? That's comparable to them not having running water and not being able to go to the bathroom? Are you kidding me? Kiarna, shut the fuck. You know what? That shit pissed me off that she was really trying to sit over here and like compare past cast trips as if it's ever been this bad. It's like you having to share a bathroom or share a room has nothing to do with someone not having any running water to use the bathroom at all. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? This is not even a comparison here. Like, Kiarna, just please get back in the background. We don't want to hear from you. Next! But this is when Gizelle tells Angel that she already made accommodations for the girls to stay at the Four Seasons. Angel continues to try to apologize to the girls, but Gizelle cuts her off again. She's like, anyway, we already got it covered. Let's get off the plane and have a good time. Next! And I'm like, damn! Like, I definitely can see where all the frustration is coming from. That is absolutely valid from the girls. But it's like Angel is trying to apologize. She is trying to, I guess, take ownership on her end. Yes, she does also acknowledge that she could have done a better job on reaching out to the girls and at least checking up on them. So that is at least like put out there. But it's just like, did Gizelle go a little bit too far? I feel like in this episode, I feel like she did, like a little bit. I feel like she did a little bit too much, and clearly she was waiting to do that just because of the room accommodations that Angel did with Gizelle, XYZ. She's still mad about that, but it's just like, Gizelle, at this point, it's like, you're not even giving her a chance to talk. You're cutting her off, telling her you don't want to hear it. It doesn't matter anymore. X, Y, and Z, you're a horrible host. Yes, all of those things are true, but it's just like, at what point does it become to be a little bit much? Where it's like, okay, you can rein it back a little bit, Gizelle. Like, now you're doing a little bit too much. And when do we get to the, lunch in the next couple scenes, she does more on top of that. So it's just like, maybe it was a little bit much, but I understand the feelings. I understand the frustration is absolutely valid. I just feel like maybe she went along a little bit too hard because Angel ends up like crying, and I kind of feel a little bit bad because I'm like, ooh, maybe y'all took a little bit too far. But yeah, anyway, next. So this is when we get to lunch, and again, Angel tries to apologize to the girls. She's so apologetic. She wants the trip to be as smooth as possible, and she just wanted all the girls to have a good time. Again, all the girls don't want to hear it. They're like, okay, anyway, let's just move on. And this is when Monique asked Jazzy straight up if she told Angel about the conversation that they had behind her back, and Jazzy is like, yeah, I did because I was concerned. And I'm like, concerned about what? Jazzy in this scene is so fucking confusing. She is so all over the place. It's like, since when did you all of a sudden have this feeling and this friendship for Angel? Like, all of a sudden off camera, you guys have this like close bond, and now you are trying to comfort Tia. I was so confused. It's like, where's all this coming from? Like, all of a sudden, just because now you're officially a wag, you want to be close to Angel because she's a wag. Like, I'm getting that vibe. I'm getting the vibe that you want to be in the circle, in the mix of whoever you can that's also a wag that you can relate to, which I guess is understandable if you guys can connect on that aspect. But the way that she's going about it is more of like I want everyone to get out of my way. I want Angel all to myself. It's like, you don't even know her like that. You are only trying to be around her for ulterior motives, I feel like. It's not coming across genuine, in my opinion, in any aspect. But anyway, Monique tries to explain to Angel what she meant by her comments, and Angel's like, Okay, anyway, that's all bullshit. You're way off course, Monique. You're way off. That is not what's going on in my marriage. Me and Bobby are good to go. So you could stay in your lane. And I'm like, right. I kind of feel like I agree with Angel on this topic, because why are we talking about anything to do with Angel, Bobby, their marriage, Monique, in any aspect? Like, you can keep all of your assumptions to yourself. You did not need to come out and talk about Angel and her marriage and X, Y, and Z by any means. I kind of feel like in that aspect, she did overstep that boundary. But Angel tries to explain that she was just saying that she had to ask Bobby because it was a last minute thing that they were trying to plan. They didn't have that plan initially, and it's just more of a respect thing, which I'm just like, which is understandable. Next, Gizelle now says, you knew we were coming on the trip. Why didn't you already have childcare planned out? And Angel was like, we did. We already have a babysitter. They stay until 9 p.m. We didn't know that we were going to have the sleepover that was last minute once again. That was the only reason why I told Bobby, or told you guys, I had to talk to Bobby about it to make sure that he knew what was going on. The girls are just getting really hung up on her use of the word ask and watch the kids, XYZ, which I also thought her saying I have to ask Bobby if it's okay to go was weird, but maybe she just worded it a different way, or could have worded it a different way. But ultimately, she was just trying to say her and Bobby did not plan for that to be the case. She just wanted to check in with him to make sure he was cool with the fact that she was going to be doing something that was not planned. He had to adjust whatever schedule that he had to ensure he was there to watch the kids. That's it, which I already knew she was trying to say that, I guess. It's just the way that she was saying it kind of made it seem as if she needed to ask Bobby for permission to go at all, type of thing. But anyway, this is so a non-issue. Next, the girls are now trying to understand the extent of Jazzy and Angel's friendship. Like, all of a sudden now Jazzy cares about being around Angel, X, Y, and Z. And then that's when Jazzy says that Tia got into Angel's house by default. And Tia's like, what? Tia's like caught off guard, seems a little offended, and Angel tries to explain initially she did want the three of them, Angel, or Kiarna, Tia, and Jazzy in her house, but then she figured out that she did not have enough room for the last person. And that's when Tia's like, yeah, girl, so she essentially made a choice. She wanted me to stay there and not you. And Jazzy keeps trying to say in her confessional, Tia only got there by default. Me and Angel got close off camera, so I don't even understand how Tia got chosen in the first place, or how her and Angel got close in the first place. It's like, what? This is what you're talking about, Jazzy? You talking about, oh, I don't know how they got close, how they get friends. What are we talking about? Who gives a fuck? Who wants to be close with Angel and be her friend any fucking way? Nobody. Be her friend all you want. No one is competing about being friends with Angel. That is between you and Tia. Who gives a damn? And clearly, like Tia said, she made a choice. You were not chosen. Get over it. Next, Wendy wants Angel to be straight up. Like, who are you cool with and who are you not cool with? Because clearly that's who you chose, who you wanted to be in your house. And Angel keeps trying to say, no, that's not true. That's not true. That's BS. And I'm like, girl, are you kidding me? It's clearly obvious. You chose who you liked in the group, who you were cool with, to be in your house. And if that's the case, just say that. It's not that big of a deal. And Wendy in her confessional makes a great example. She's like, when I hosted the trip in Chesapeake, I made sure to have Gizelle on the top floor with her broken foot. Like, she had to go up and down the stairs with her broken foot, share a room with Robin, and have no bathroom, and have no mirror, X, Y, and Z. So it's just like, you are the host of the trip. You control everything. She wants Angel to be straight up and just be real and say, that's how I made the decision, who's going to stay with me and who's not. And I'm like, that's so obvious. And her trying to sit over here and say it's not true is a whole bunch of malarkey and bullshit. This gets Angel all worked up, and she's like, this is why I don't open up to you guys, because every time I do, I get this response. And it's just like, it's because you're not being genuine. You're not being real. That's why the girls give you this response, because you're being fake as fuck. And Tia's like, I just feel like the girls are dogpiling on Angel at this point. I'm like, yeah, they are, but can we understand the reason as to where that's coming from? Hello? She has been a horrible host. She has not accommodated the girls. She has just left them to be high and dry all the way out in bumfuck and not check up on them, not give them no type of updates. And then when Wendy wants to be straight up and just tell her to be real, let us know, like, that's how you chose who's going to be in your house, yes or no. She wants to sit over here and be like, no, that's not it. So now Gizelle wants the girls to hurry up, get up, and be done with this conversation. She's like, we're going to go to Kimo Sabe, do some shopping. I'm over this. The girls get up to leave. And now Angel starts to cry. She's getting emotional because she's upset that the girls were calling her a liar after she claimed she was telling the truth about who she picked about being in her house or not. It's like, that's why you're crying, because the girls are clocking your tea, that you are being inauthentic and you just don't want to be real and say what the real is because you already know the girls are going to get on your ass about it. So what are the tears for? Like, I don't understand what she's crying for. Because she's always claiming in her confessional how unbothered she is. She could not give a fuck about what the girls are going to say. I don't need the girls to like me. I don't need the validation, X, Y, and Z. So what are we crying for, Angel? If that was the case, you should have been like, okay, anyway, I don't care how you guys spin it. She even says at the table, I'm not going to keep trying to have you guys believe me, believe what you want, X, Y, and Z. I don't care anymore. It's like, if you don't care, what are the tears for? Like, I think more she's getting upset because of the constant pile-on. And if that's the case, just say that. I just don't understand why she just can't be real about her feelings. It's so all over the place. She says one thing, and then later in her confessional, she'll say what the real problem was. It's like, say it in the moment, Angel. What's all this being scary for the girls and you don't want to be real and puff up your chest? It's like you say it to Kiana and Tia and who else, behind closed doors when the girl's not around. But now in front of the girls, you want to get all timid and not say nothing and okay. It's like, please pick one. I don't think she's upset over the girls not believing her. I think she's more upset because of the pile-on. The girls are shutting her down every time she tries to apologize. She's not really giving any grace from the girls. So I think that's the reason why she's upset. And if that's the case, she should just say that. I don't know if she doesn't want to come across like she's weak or whatever, but it's just like, I feel the girls would have more respect for you if you were just honest and upfront and authentic. Like, period. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, girl, just be real. You are trying to be a version of what you think the girls will like or will accept or whatever the case that she's doing. I don't know what the fuck she's doing, but it's not working. The girls are clearly not accepting it, and it's just getting old at this point. I can see where both sides are coming from. The girls are valid in their feelings for how they feel about Angel and how she's conducted herself as a host on this trip. And on the other hand, I can understand how much weight that's being put on Angel's shoulders, and how all the girls are just throwing all of this at her, and they're not really giving her a chance to apologize or rectify it, X, Y, and Z, even though she did have all night to rectify it and it still wasn't fixed. At least give her the chance to apologize. So I just feel like I can understand the weight of feeling all of that on her shoulders, and it's like getting to her emotionally. So I feel like both sides have valid arguments to think about. The girls now go shop at Kimosabe, and Angel and Kiana are talking off to the side. And Angel tells her that she does not care about being accepted anymore in the group or the girls liking her. She's just over it at this point. And she does not feel comfortable returning back to Maryland after this trip, which from Angel's perspective can be understandable. Kiana's just saying how frustrated she is for Angel about how the girls are treating her. She does not like how the girls are shutting her out, not giving her the chance to connect and make things right for the trip, X, Y, and Z. And it's like, girl, we don't want to hear anything from you, first of all. And second of all, the girls have given Angel many chances to get things right on the trip and rectify things. Angel has just dropped the ball. Let's just keep it a buck. But anyway, the girls are now done shopping, and Ashley goes back behind the bar to make them a pink pussy drink. And I'm like, when are we going to be done with the whole sexual innuendos, Ashley? Not everyone is all sexed up and horned up like you are all the time. We don't always want to hear about sex and pussy and you wanting to do X, Y, and Z with the pussy. We don't give a fuck. And quite frankly, I am just tired of you and Heather. I'm tired of you and Heather constantly making everything about sex. Not all of us have our mind in the gutter 24/7, Ashley. Please. Like, that whole scene had me so annoyed. It's the fattest, wettest, juiciest pussy. I'm like, next. Why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about this? They all go around to show each other what they purchased and how much it was for. And when it gets to Wendy's turn, she brings out her little itty bitty earrings for Cameron. They were so cute. And they were only like $200 and some. The rest of the girls had a minimum of $1,000 that was purchased, right? Wendy makes the comment, since I'm so rich, our kids are rich too. And I'm like, oh. Let's not forget, Wendy, you have an active fraud case. So let's go ahead and pause on the rich statements. And number two, if you are so rich, why did you only purchase something that was $200? Right. She spent the least amount of money talking about how rich she is. But if that's the case, why didn't you ball out? Why weren't you balling out, Wendy, huh? Yeah. Anyway, Stacy and Monique saved their coins. They were not trying to buy anything. And I'm like, great. I don't see anything in here that was worth buying anyway for my taste. So I'm just like, I would have saved my money as well. So the girls now go outside to continue drinking, and they run into Mauricio, Kyle Richards from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Side note, their season is boring as I was thinking about doing a recap on that franchise, but I saw the first episode and I was like, snooze fest, next. But anyway, yeah, Kyle Richards' soon-to-be ex-husband, he shows up there. And Ashley is immediately a thirsty, pick-me, desperate-ass bitch. I'm like, Ashley, this is not a good look on you, girl. This is giving desperate as fuck. And I was like, this is how you get men, Ashley? This is how you act? It was not cute. It was annoying, and Stacey trying to egg it on was even more annoying to me. Gizelle is doing this whole thing. I don't know if Gizelle likes Mauricio, thinks he's cute, whatever. But she's like half trying to be overprotective over him / not wanting anyone to talk to him. And her reasoning is she doesn't want to mix or cause any drama between Kyle and the rest of the girls and have any like Beverly Hills and Potomac drama. And I'm just like, that's the way you're going to explain it away, Gizelle? Please. It sounds more like you don't want anyone else to talk to him so you can have him for yourself. It's giving that, because you cannot tell me you actually feel like Kyle would give a fuck if anyone else is dating him. He's already been out and about doing his own thing for so long, and she's been doing the same thing. So I don't know why you're trying to have it so much to not have anyone talk to him. That was annoying to me. I'm like, Gizelle, calm down. Like, he's not a single man, technically, when it comes down to the whole fact that he's still technically married, but they're separated. So I'm just saying, like, Why are you trying to be the one to police who he should be talking to? Like, stand down. It's like, sit the fuck down and go over there or something. Like, you're doing too much. It was annoying. So, Stacey wants to hook up Ashley and Mauricio together because she feels like that'll get Ashley off of her back. So, she really wants to hook this up. And as Mauricio leaves, Stacey, like, flags him down with Ashley. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. This is so sad. Like, ew. And they're over there trying to talk up Mauricio, trying to see what his plans are, and Gizelle runs over there to cock block so bad. I was like, this is I don't even know how to put this into words, how like y'all are going out sad this is. Like this is so embarrassing and low vibrational, if you will. And Gizelle is like trying to break up the whole conversation. She's like, "Nuh-uh, nope. Do not hang out with them, Mauricio. They're a hot mess, and you can just go ahead and leave. Just go ahead and go." And Ashley is pissed off. She's like, "Gizelle, are you kidding? I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate how you called me a hot mess in front of him." And I'm like, ew, Ashley. Ew, 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 ew. This gives low self-esteem. Pick me. I'm so desperate. Me. Like, Ashley, get the fuck out of my face. Like, I'm so over her. This whole thing was so thirsty and desperate. I cannot explain it in any other way. Like, first we hear that you're over here fucking around and fucking on Sharice's son. Ew. And now you're over here trying to be extra. I'll show you my titties, Mauricio. Like, it gave that. It gave, I'll give you whatever you need. I'm single. Like, Ashley, you're going out sad, and I hope you get the motherfucking boot, because we're all tired of you. So after all that, Gizelle is trying to make the announcement that the girls will be having a brunch the next morning at their hotel. She wants to know who is all coming, and Angel was like, we need to kind of get the schedules together because we still have an activity planned for tomorrow. And Gizelle bypasses her completely, and she's like, anyway, as I was saying, we're going to be having a brunch tomorrow morning. We need to know who's all going to be coming and who's going to be showing up. And potentially after that, we're going to be going home. And Angel was like, nope, we still have things to do. This is my trip. And Giselle was like, we'll just have the ladies decide what they want to do. And I was like, ooh, this is getting so juicy and so good. Unlike Salt Lake City, we can say. But Potomac is actually giving us something to look forward to, especially in the next episode. It looks like things are really starting to get all the way down to rock bottom for this trip. And I cannot wait to see how it plays out, because it seems like the girls are going to be going home early after there's some more mishaps in the next episode, so I cannot wait for that. I want to hear how y'all feel about this episode in the comments down below. How did you feel about Gizelle and her coming at Angel? Do you feel like it was too much, or do you feel like everything was justified? Let me know how you felt in the comments down below. If you did like this video, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of the support. I did hit over 100 subscribers not too long ago, so I want to thank everyone so much for supporting me and showing me all the love and engaging with me in the comments. I love talking with you guys about the episodes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!